MILF.
I was going to say hello, but Anne has locked in on something. And I don't know what. Anne. What are you doing? Oh. Ah. It's Zoomies hour, that's what's happened. Are you good? Okay. That was a good head thonk. You didn't do it again? You bonk? Okay, no, I'm asking for too much. Anyways, hello. It's Thursday. Anna's picked right this moment to start having zoomies and to act incredibly cute. I wish I understood what's going on inside of her head. I don't think it's a lot. Anyways, hello. Totaled Vehicle. Thank you, Time. Very good name. Also, no bun. I haven't had a banana in the last 3 days. But why would having a banana confer upon me 3 years of bad luck? Bananas do not dictate the future. Hi! Are you good? I'll take that as a yes. Because I said so, but joke's on you, I don't believe in your version of banana luck. Having a banana is the new breaking a mirror. I don't think so. We can pretend, though. I was hit in the face with lettuce today. Supposedly good luck. Okay. You know what? If that's what you want to believe, that's what you believe, but I don't think getting hit in the face with lettuce or eating a banana in the last 3 days has any real effect on my luck, unless my luck has something to do with my potassium levels. I should actually probably get some bananas. Now that I'm thinking about it. Saw a lion dance for context? Yeah. Hi, Anne. Have we calmed down? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Anyways, today... Chris, get the banana. Today we're going to do more Cult of the Lamb, and I'm going to spend an entire time rambling at you because I need you all to know that from the time I got home today up until about 15 minutes ago, so about 5 minutes before stream started, all I was doing was eating a pizza that I made in my oven, opening up the hardcore world with Voxy on, staring at it for about 10 minutes at a time, and then sitting and turning around and staring at the floor. I have so many thoughts and so few thoughts. All at once. Ugh. So for context of why I'm staring at the hardcore world and then looking away from it,
Lettuce recently is 3 years of good luck. Banana recently is 3 years S of bad luck.
No.
Bunny rules.
Nope, I don't believe in the bunny rules. I only believe in Dave. So for the context, I downloaded Voxy on a whim. All I wanted was a chest sort mod because I was getting tired of my chest being unorganized and a disaster. And I said, oh, I'll go download one. And then I remembered all the hermits talking about Voxy recently. And I was like, I want to see what Voxy can do. Let's check it out. And so I did. Thank you for the blink and the stretch time and the water break. And I downloaded Voxy and I went, oh, this is cool. On just Rat Realm. And then I had the errant thought of... Yeah, I failed my quest, it's fine. Then I had the errant thought of... What if I loaded up the hardcore world? What if I did that? And then I did it. And now I can't look at the hardcore world or anything I've ever made in Minecraft the same way. You have no idea the joy I had to see the wheat field in that view. Itty bitty makes me want to make it bigger. Okay. The view of Project Paradise, of the garden, of my end build, has truly broken my brain. Enough so that while I was at work getting stuff done, I would stop, I would open up my phone, I would go to that channel for the non-lore screenshots, I would stare at it for a minute, and then I would close my phone and just try to move on with my life again. I need something. What if I feed them? I'll feed them. Where's my void? Why is it full? No, the void's still there. It's just the... It's the scale. Like, you know how some people get really uncomfortable when you talk about the vastness of space? And, like, that's hard for them to comprehend. The closest I've gotten to that feeling is legitimately doing that to the end. Oh, hi. What, leader? I don't know what happened. There was a darkness inside me. I felt so awful and guilty, but you've absolved me. Thank you. You're welcome, Dave. I guess. I'm gonna need another one of those. Okay, hold on. We need to do some maintenance. I'm just gonna remove these. Oh no, that one's full. We're gonna put this in there and this right here. And we're just gonna tuck this guy right there. And then I want another crypt. Hold on, I want this as well. Ooh, wait, we could rearrange these so it's around that. Ooh, yes, let's do that. Okay. We'll put it right on this side. Actually, I should probably put it on the other side. It's fine. I like when I'm in the end and can't see anything on either side of the ring. It's okay. It's just... I think actually there was another view that really took me out. I have two competing views of the bridge to Stan's house. Temple. Why is it his house in my head? I guess technically it's correct. It is looking from the bridge and being able to see the top of the tower of 00 Tower, and then being able to, from the spawn chunks, look over and see the entirety of the bridge. Those ones really fucked with my brain. I, again, could not describe to you why or how or what I expect to do with them, but they're there. I'm adding another one of these because I keep seeming to kill people. Anyways, my brain's real broken, and then I kept thinking about this perspective of space and how we fit into it, and that doesn't help because I just read a book about black holes and, like, what it really means, because black holes do this really fun thing where they can bend the light so much that you can see the light from things on the other side of a black hole. Like, the light around the side of the black hole is what's on the other side. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to build. Oh, you're drunk! Hi, drunk Dave. Well, if it isn't the usurper. Hello, lamb. What? You're welcome? Okay, drunk man. I'm so upset about the book I finished yesterday. Then read another book. Read a different book. Sorry, I started thinking about the hardcore world again and my brain broke. Like, I don't know how to- okay, hold on. Where's one of my nonsense windows? I desperately need this. I just need to, we're looking at this together right now. We're going on an adventure together. Oh god, wait, it's just this picture. Hold on, I gotta make it smaller. Otherwise you won't be able to see anything. I don't know. I don't know what this does to my brain. It does something bizarre to my brain. To put in perspective, like, how small something you can make can look. But also, you know that there's so much more detail on it, and it's just this whole thing. I feel... I can't tell if I'm in awe of it, or scared, or what. That's not an emotion I've been able to parse out into anything. Also, the end looks really flat. That's the other thing I've learned. The end looks incredibly flat when you can see into the distance because there isn't a lot of terrain, like, height differential. Wait, no, I wanted to go visit people. Hi, Aldrith. Have I oh no, I've beaten everybody at Knuckle Bones. High differential would make bridging for busting hell. Don't you worry, Clover. You'll be able to see it in person. I don't think there's anything I can grab from here right now. What? Why? So Nullscape might add some height. to the world. I still don't want to do I have an old man? Do I have an old person? Do I have a less valuable old person? What if I sacrifice him anyway? I'm sacrificing the old person. Hi, a bit. Goodbye, Dave. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, much better. I have a few more of these, if you're willing to help me grow my collection. I do need more of these. I will have to sacrifice my followers if I want to complete the things. Why did I go back? I meant to go to the one below this. I just got nasty migraines, so I'll see y'all later. Have a good night, Aldrich. Take care of yourself. I need to come back here at night. Ah, the frames dropped for a second. Crab. Crab. I've obtained crab. Oh. Okay. Sure. I guess that's how you just get things. Wait, who did I need to go talk to? Okay. Well, I found that one. I guess. Okay, we need to go fight the spider cradle people again. Actually, no, it's about to be night. Is it already night? Yes. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Little lamb, we meet again. A beautiful night, is it not? Does your cult flourish? Are they devoted? Are they strong? Well, you know what they say. The best thing a follower can do is follow. Say, how about another deal? Afraid the hunting tonight is sparse. Too many predators, not enough prey. If you give me one of your loyal followers, I'll give you something in return. Do you agree? Sure, why not? Okay, which Dave are we getting rid of? We're not getting rid of Weber. Which Dave is the most... We do kind of have a repeat Dave here. We could get rid of this Dave. How do we feel about this Dave and this Dave? They're different, but they're kind of the same. And this one came with fun clothing. Actually, which one's the bully? Kill? Okay, that didn't tell me who to kill. There's another bully, I thought. But I don't know who. We'll get rid of this Dave. But Dave, don't worry, there'll be more Daves. Another satisfying deal. Here, take this. Now do excuse me. I'm famished. Yippee! What's up, my PogChamp? Why do I want to commit violence? Suddenly. Throw up in the ocean. Out into the waters with ye. Okay. Divine inspiration. We need to start filling in literally, like, everything. Harvest totem. We could compost things. We could get the better farmer station. Let's get this one. Because I do want them to be able to harvest crops. I'm tired of harvesting for them. Okay. Perfect. What has happened to this Dave? Huh? You good, bud? Oh. Okay. I'm very perplexed about what has happened there, but it's fine. Dead Dave do eat? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm very upset that I did not think about that sooner, because that is a hilarious joke that no one will understand. Oh my god. God damn it. I want to write fics that have that label, but nobody would understand and they would just assume that I'm quoting it wrong. I need to write a story with a Dave in it that dies. And there's cannibalism. Okay, they should be able to harvest things now. That man's just sitting inside of his tent, but okay. Are you still upset? Have a reassurance. Okay. Let's go do a very quick sermon. There was an old Dave. Hi, everybody. Hello, it's me, Markiplier. I don't know why Markiplier's been on the brain today. Actually, no, I do know. One of my coworkers mentioned something about Iron Lung and was asking what the hell the movie was about, and then we sat there and explained Iron Lung to them for half an hour. And they were like, I don't get it, but I get it. Also found out it's still in theaters, and I'm highly tempted to go and watch it again, like tomorrow night or something. Let's go ahead and buy this one. Which I will not wear. I'm going to put back on my one that gives me tarot cards. Wasn't supposed to be originally in theaters for a day. It was either a day or just a weekend, and then it turned into a week, and then it's just continued in theaters because there's been such high demand for it. Because people are still going to watch it, which is so nice and so wonderful. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. We'll do those. Okay, so we need to replenish our Dave supply. So we're gonna go replenish our Dave supply by trying to do... I guess I could buy a Dave. No, you're expensive. I don't want to spend money on a Dave. I will only spend 1 coin on a Dave. Damage increase, double health when healing, reveal map, and gain an extra 2 hearts. Not a bad combo. I want anti-and pretzels so bad. Ooh, those do sound good though. Oh god. Perfect. Oh, Auntie Anne's pretzels sound so good. I think really what it is that I just like a good soft pretzel. And I feel like those are hard to come by. Except in like an Auntie Anne's in the mall. Oh, not close enough. Come here. There we go. Abysmal. I think it's with one S. I don't know how to spell. What's spelling? Spelling is a process. No, no, nope. I'm not gonna read the textbook definition of how to do spelling. Spelling is what I do when I slam my hand onto a keyboard and maybe words happen. It's kind of hit or miss, but it's fine. Ow. What do you want for me to spell it out for you? Yeah, if you could spell it out for me, that'd be wonderful. IT, wonderful, thank you. 10 out of 10. No complaints. I now understand how to spell it. An indefinite pronoun. Bones. I definitely actually need more bones. I say with 210 bones in my pocket. It's fine. Anyways, okay. Space big. Space big. Things we do so small. Hardcore world. Somehow both small and big all at once. It's one of those, like, does anything matter? And then you sit there and you go, like, even if it doesn't really matter, it matters. Which is also the theme of there's a Carl Sagan, I believe it's an entire book, but there's a specific, like, part of it that gets quoted and I believe was used in a documentary called Cosmos, but it's about the idea of the pale blue dot. And it's like a perspective moment of, okay, there's horrible, awful things happening in the world. And so many things happening all at once. But all we're doing are living on our pale blue dot, fighting over a minuscule part of the universe. And it has this, like, mixed effect on my brain of both being very calming, but also making me feel like I'm gonna throw up. Okay, I need a Dave. There's a Dave over there. I could buy a Dave right here. What's this? I'm going here. Simple. 9 coins. I don't think I needed 9 coins that much, but that's fine. makes me sad, to be honest. I mean, I definitely understand that, but the way that it puts it in perspective for me is, despite the fact that everything that's happening in my life feels so large to me and feels so impactful for me every single moment of the day, if I step back and think about it as me taking up a minuscule part on the pale blue dot in the middle of space, where there's so much happening all at once, it doesn't, at the end of the day, matter if I do things that impact 1 billion people or 10 people. Because the impact on the pale blue dot will always be small in comparison. And it just kind of gives me, not permission, but it makes it easier to think about the rest of the world and the things that I want to do and be like, it doesn't matter if it has a big impact or little impact. I should enjoy the day for what it is, memento mori, all that stuff. And I think this just means that I need to go read some more about some of the, I believe, the Stoic philosophers. Which also, be very careful if you start looking up philosophers on platforms like YouTube, because there's a lot of far-right conservative men that like to talk about philosophy that are absolute trash goblins. Come here. Stop making noise at me. You will join my cult and you will appreciate it. I like that it focused on him. I'm thinking about it a lot in the context of what Gandalf said in The Hobbit. What quote? Read the far wrong. Yes, I do. There's some weird ass drama going on at college, but I will not get into the details. Very weird though. Well, as long as you're staying safe. Again. Well, okay, this goes back to other things. So I've been reading a lot of books about brains, and I have more books about brains that I will eventually get to, or will eventually show up at my library. But the long and the short of a whole bunch of things that I've read is so fascinating in the ways that human brains are programmed. Like, we joke about humans being a social animal, but like, they've done scans on our brains, and they have noticed that the scans of our brains show that when we are at rest, we think deeply about the social parts of our lives. Those are the default parts of our brains that turn on when we're at rest. And it does not matter how long you are at rest in some cases. There were a couple of studies. I'd have to go pull up the book. This has all been out of digital minimalism. But there were a couple of studies that were done, I don't believe at MIT. I think he was a professor at MIT. I don't remember how it happened, but it's so fascinating. They did a thing where they were scanning brains of people doing math problems, and they would give them about 3 seconds of a break before the next math problem. And even in those 3 seconds, the parts of your brain that handle a lot of like social things, like that process a lot of social information, turn on. It's like the background noise of what's happening to your brain is always about the social stuff. And the more fascinating part of it, because you might be like, oh, well, that's for adults who have brains that are like fully developed and they're thinking about their social lives a lot. It happens with babies and very young children that have not had the exposure to socialization that adults have. Which is super interesting. Ooh. Saruman thinks it is only with great power that we keep darkness at bay, but that is not what I found. I find it is the small things, small everyday things done by ordinary people that keeps darkness at bay. Yes, absolutely. I got fish. Oh, I want to go get weapon. Unironically, it might be some reading about philosophy that eventually gets me to actually sit down and fully read to completion the entirety of The Lord of the Rings. Because I've read The Hobbit, and I love The Hobbit, but The Hobbit is definitely like, in the most positive and wonderful way, The Hobbit is a children's book. It formatted a little bit differently. I'll take this one. But I could never get into The Lord of the Rings because Tolkien talks so much. So much. He's so wordy. He talks so much. And on one hand, I understand him, but also... Shh. Shush. Shush. If a nondescript door appeared in your apartment with a knob on both sides, would you walk into it? I know nothing about what's in the door, but would you walk through it? No. Ziploc, it's a war novel. Okay. Bun. Tolkien was a world builder before he was a writer, and he was a linguist before he was a world builder. He was a linguist that so desperately wanted to create a language that he made an entire world for it and then filled it with the stories that he was familiar with, which were about the war, because that was what the world was going through at that point. Tolkien will also spend too many pages talking about walking across the wilderness. And I understand. I understand the importance of the small moment, but also, he just keeps going. He just keeps going. And he does not stop. Not fundamentally a bad thing, but he just keeps going. Ow. Ah. Hi, Tiff.
5 years.
Oh god.
Zooey mama.
Zooey mama, indeed. Hi, Tiff. I hope you're doing well. That's a lot of years for you to be here and exist in the world, and I hope life is good. Lord of the Ring themes of industrialization, the impact of the actions of man, beloved. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is, at the end of the day, just the story of the modern world, but told from a man who, again, was a linguist first and really just wanted to make a world for his languages. Sorry, that one got blocked for something innocuous. When I read them the first time, those books had to be the only thing I could do. Like, I'd leave out to the lake for 2 weeks where there's zero service at all, and I just read for 14 hours a day for 2 weeks for 3 years until I finished all the books. Yeah. And trust me, I love scholarly world building. So there was a book that's been going around, and I think somebody tried to describe it to me as dark academia, and I don't think I quite agree. It's a high fantasy dark academia. So not really a dark academia. Hard to explain. Anyways, it's the Raven Scholar, and there was something absolutely fascinating to me about the Raven Scholar. There were annotations in the book every time they brought up a piece of, like, they referenced something from the world history, and there would be fake attributions to a piece of work that existed inside of that world. And the reason why it was so fascinating and so wonderful is because the way that the Raven Scholars world working works is that there's these 8 gods. They're all based off of animals. These 8 gods that exist in the world each have their own, like, focus in the world. The Raven is obviously the scholarly group. So everybody that is, like, it's not even worshipping under the Raven. Everybody that goes to the Raven's, like, group is a scholar, and the book is about that character, the high scholar of the kingdom, and the shenanigans that ensue. And the fact that they went through and actually put in the annotations inside of a book that is called The Raven Scholar, and I cannot spoil something, but it makes even more sense later on when they shift the perspective a little bit, but not completely, and you realize who's actually telling you the story. It's endlessly fascinating the way that some people can do it. So I like detailed worlds. Tolkien, he could talk about food for like 2 pages. And the food is important. The food can be incredibly important.
Essentially LARPing being a scholar translating a book written by Bilbo, Frodo in
Yes.
Western the fictional language.
I understand. Yes, I know. I am well acquainted. Despite the fact that I've never read the books to completion, I am so aware of what they were doing. Okay, but the rabbit stew is very important, but also not that important to my brain. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Now I want potatoes. How do I combine waffles, tacos, and potatoes into one dish? I think I just want a pierogi. Full of potato and cheese. I think that's all I want. Ow. Ziploc, do you like cottage cheese? Only sometimes. Oh. Dave is old. How sad for Dave. Oh. We're just gonna sit here. Ah. It's fine. I didn't blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Raminka is one of my favorite foods, essentially cottage cheese pierogi. Ooh, okay, a cottage cheese pierogi would make sense. I am very tired of the internet serving me recipes that just have cottage cheese for the sake of cottage cheese. Eat this one. Hello. Said like V German. Sorry, I can't read. But I'm fine. I'm fine and I'm dandy. I need to read the Silmarillion, but that book scares me. I'm like 1/5 or quarter of the way in. Have not touched in a couple years though, but it's very fascinating. See, I don't think I could ever read the Silmarillion. Could I write my own personal Silmarillion? Yes. Am I doing so currently? Yes. We'll take this one, but I'm gonna re-switch it and then, recycle. Also, we're gonna beat everything up to recharge our gauge just a little bit more. I eat them with, schmott fat though, which is the better way to eat them. Essentially 33% cream, butter, salt, and pepper stirred and simmered into a nice sauce. Ooh. Good luck, Ziploc. I fear that would kill me. I like world building. I like world building a normal person amount. Ow. It's also not a project that I intend to finish in a short amount of time. This is like a lifetime project. This is a project that I work on and obsess over for the rest of my life. Yeah, what Anne said. Why are you yelling? Are the British men gone? What's happened? Anne? Baby? What? Yes? I can see the TV is still playing. She just wants my attention. I like world building in a D&D world size amount. You know D&D's massive, right? Like, utterly massive. I don't like this spider. Oh, nope, okay. Up. I died. No, I'm not consuming one of the Daves. I'd love seeing your word count go up on Trackbear Zippy and just knowing it's all likely going to that same project. Oh, even when my word count isn't the world building, all I've been writing right now is also stuff around that world. When I DM, it's relatively small D&D worlds, but I mean, even in D&D, like, if you look at the larger picture... What are you guys fighting? Where are you fighting? Stop it. Knock it off. There's such a large and rich narrative world that happens around D&D just in general. They got so much going on. Hold on, we gotta go do a sermon really quick. It's like everything from the spells to the classes to the way that the different species or races, depending on the version that you're playing, work. It's just fascinating to see all those pieces like slot together. Thank you, everybody. I'm stealing your money. Oh, I need to feed them. No, I don't care about that. Hold on. Give them more seeds. Hi, Dave. I will talk to you in a second. Hold on. Hello. Please, leader, there are some folks who are starving and have no place to call home. We must let them join our cult. Okay. More Daves. Daves for the Dave pile. I don't have a lot of other good stuff. Oh, they don't. We have the cannibal trait. They don't get sick. Sorry. Give me a second. I need to cook up followers. Okay. I like world building in a Ziploc-like amount, but like a couple steps down and closer to the ground, and then getting in the different types of fiber crafts and weaving patterns different cultures do, and what weeds have become invasive species in that one territory because that merchant thought a flower was pretty and wanted to dry it and bring it home to his wife. It's the as above, so below kind of philosophy. I constantly think about the different ways in which the larger pictures that I am making for this world play out. Constantly. So like, I have my pantheon of gods that I've created, and I have like, I've separated out the Fae because the Fae are doing Fae things, and I have the pantheon of Fae gods. And I can see how that has impacted some of their way of life in the Fae realm, and how they deal with the world there, and then how it works on the other side. And I've started to dive down deeper into the like, okay, this court has these various disparate regions, and what are the micro, like, they have these larger court-based issues and conflicts that constantly rotate in and out. Okay, so what are the inner court conflicts that are rotating in and out? What are the conflicts between the quote-unquote nobles and the more common fae? Like, just diving from one side to the other and then seeing like how I can make all the different fae races, even if some of them are more common in one court, exist inside of the other ones, and how that impacts the town. And part of what's getting really fascinating with this is that I have dice. Well, I had spinner wheels at first, and then I got dice, but I've been rolling dice for some of the races of the Fae that I've been putting in charge of these disparate towns. And so you wind up with some really interesting combinations where, like, I got one that was like, I got the thing on my list that's like for a hybrid Fae. So parents are two different Fae, they kind of get a combination of things. And I rolled to figure out who the parents were going to be, and I got one that is the avian Fae race that I have invented that doesn't have an actual proper name, and then I got the salamander. And the way that I've done salamanders is that they are usually made of molten rock in a way. So you have a phoenix. I have accidentally created a phoenix as a person. Because you've got a fiery bird. And so you get like that randomization also like feeds into like, I was like, oh, okay. Well, if they're that kind of fae, then like how do they operate in this space? Does the higher court want them for something? Like, do they hate the idea of that? Do they just constantly have arguments with people over that? And so that's where I start getting down into everything. I like doing that, and I try to do that often, but then somehow it always trickles down to that small stuff, so it's still pretty even. No, the small stuff is just as important. What did a tabernacle do? guess it's just more place for them to put stuff. Ooh, drink house. Wait, no, I want this one. I want babies. I think I need more things though, because I want a nursery and I want a nursery for the babies. We'll get a baby nursery soon. Soon. Also, ads are happening in 3 minutes. Oh, that broke. Politics often requires quite a lot of depth and time for lore. Yeah, and that's why I've been... Oh, they burnt down. That's why I've been doing a lot of the, like, documentation and, like, writing out a whole bunch of stuff and trying to capture, like, a moment in time. Because if I have that moment in time, then I have, like, a basis on which to think about literally the rest of it. Where'd the baby? Where'd the tent at? Is it in here? Oh, I need more gold. I never have enough gold. Life is suffering. I need more gold. But I also think the difference here is that some people are writing a world for a story. How do I describe this? A lot of writers, usually when they are thinking up a world and working on that world building part, are starting from the idea of they already have a nugget of a story that they want to tell, and they're developing a world in which they can tell that story. I've taken it the opposite way, where I'm developing a world in which I can put story. I don't know how to explain this really concisely and true, but like my idea is to create a world that I can use for years and years and years and be able to pull out locations and be like, okay, this story takes place next to this town that I put over here that already has this stuff going on that I think will work nicely with the concept that I've come up with. And I think that like from all of these myths and like pantheons that I've already created, I can look at it and pull out the pieces that I want to use. And basically, I think I've realized what I'm doing. I'm going the hard way around of writing fan fiction. I'm just developing a place for me to be like, let me put my blorbos in here. I just want to set the blorbos down and see what they do. It's fine. I'm normal. Ads are gonna start in like a minute. This one started out as that, and at some point I scrapped the story, and other stories instead are unfolding as I develop this world more and more. It's just, it's a fascinating way to go about world building, and I don't think there's a wrong way to go about it. I don't think there's a right way to go about it. I think it is just important to have fun with the world building, and I think some people forget to have fun with the world building. I'm gonna be so real and honest. I think some people just forget that part. I'll eat this. I'm a cannibal. Ads are happening. I puked. Are they still hungry? They are still a little bit hungry. We'll make this for them. Is everybody good? Sure. I need to go harvest devotion from people. Oh, there's so many of them that have harvestable devotion right now. I'm sorry I broke up your conversation. I'm trying to steal your life essence. Oh no, he's gonna tell me a poem. Wonderful leader, I wrote you a little something. With the power of the crown, the mighty lamb brought Leshy down. Yes, beautiful, is it not? Thank you. Can you now give me your life essence? Thank you. Every time you start talking about this project, I generally get so excited. I love hearing about it and your processes so much. I wish that I had a good way of documenting everything that I'm doing with it. but I fear that if I spent too much time trying to document what I'm doing, I would just... end up getting so mired in the process of trying to note it that I wouldn't actually get anything done. Oh, I need to recruit the followers. Okay. Hi, Dave. We'll wait here. We'll wait here for people to come back, and then we'll pick a Dave form. It's gonna be a crab. Wasn't cursed at all. No, at some point they stopped being cursed, and I could not tell you why or how or when they stopped being cursed. I just know at a certain point they stop being cursed when they talk at you. It's weird. I feel like if... This is so weird. I think I could write a book on the creative process of working on this project before I finish working on any of the projects within this world building project and the related stories I want to tell with it. I, honest to God, think I could probably write the book about the process before it's over. And then still go, it's not over yet, so like, stay tuned for like in 5 years when I write part 2. I don't know what I'm doing. Ads are over. Do you guys want a crab? You're getting a crab. Wonderful. They ignore dissenters, and they run away if frightened. Okay. Crabby Dave. Can you tend to the farms, please? Hello. I'll dedicate myself to you, I swear it. Okay, what kind of creature do you guys want for this one? No, I don't want to choose a variant. Or just yell stop. Was that a ladybug? Yes. Ladybug. Blue. Is that the only difference? Is that it has... Okay. Yep, that is the only difference. What a good Dave. We'll do the bunny for the next one. Hi, Dave. I know you're starving. You're fine, though, Dave. Ugh. Dave. Bun. Where's the bunny? Is it from the first area? Yes. Also blue. Blue and Fluffy. And also celibate. I think both of these guys were celibate. Hi, Dave. Please, leader, my dear friend is lost in Silk Cradle. Can you go and save them? It would be so grateful. Yes. I need to make food for the 2 Daves, though. They are also getting minced smaller meals. It's fine. Are you guys not gonna go eat? Oh no, you're gonna go get your tent first. You'll figure it out. You! Yes, I did it. You're gonna die soon. That's fine. They'll be fine. I just can't stop thinking about how world building and everything works together. Oh, somebody else ate your meal. Here, we'll get you... Basic berry bowls. Why are you guys not eating food? How are you not getting food? I'm just making more food now. I desperately need more food resources. Why is that always the one I'm struggling with? Okay, they should actually get food now. We should probably just make more farmland. Actually, that's probably the solution, is just to make more farmland. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I don't know how I got here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna let my followers be drunk. First, I will make them go to a sermon, though. I think the depth of world building often happens when you're telling the stories. I think that's what I'm figuring out, is I'm trying to build the framework on which I can delve deeper into some of the stories. Look at the godly weapons. But building out that framework on which you start is sometimes not dreary, but like, it's boring work. It's a lot of like, oh, well, I'm gonna spend the next like 5 days just writing out the towns for like this one specific region of the world. And then that's not even like a big region, it's a small region of the world. Let's do food. Bounty of the land or of the sea? Ooh, double fish. No, I like this one. We'll expand our farms and then we'll have more harvestable land. That one will be nice. We'll do that after we get more harvestable land. Bring back a Dave from the dead. Let's do this. Time for them to all be naked again. Look at them go. Old Dave can have more sin. And now your sin is mine. I don't think I have enough to do... No, I need one more. And I need more gold. That's fine. Why is the town dirty? Oh, because there's poop right here. Oh, and there goes Dave. They've died. Please, please don't do this. Jesus. World building is just a fascinating thing to think about in concept of like how people put it together and how people go about it is often so unique and so individual. I'm sending you out to get meat. Goodbye. Okay, we need to go to Silk Cradle. So I don't have enough for you yet, do I? No. Hi, Drunk Dave. Now this is the good stuff. You're welcome? Okay. Somebody's starving. Why is somebody starving? How is somebody still starving? We'll just do this to cover our bases. Okay. Off into the silk cradle to go get Jaeon. +1. I have a ping. Why am I pinged? Ah, Realm SMP is doing update. Okay. +1, temporary heart, diseased heart, double healing, and 2 times the fervor. Interesting combination. Surely it's fine. Well, now I'm just thinking about the world building that tons of other people do. I wonder... Brandon Sanderson talks a lot about his writing and stuff, but I wonder how much time and effort and energy he actively puts into his world building. Oh, hi. I just sent you off. Oh, damn, I tripped and fell in here, but you found me. I'll be going now. Thank you once again for saving me. I always think about the difference between, like, a quote-unquote professional writer and what the average amateur does. Because there's a lot of, like, interesting conversation about how, in general, in a lot of creative industries, this isn't just in writing, this is in pretty much everything that you can think of. There's a point at which somebody gets rushed into a project because some exec or some higher up goes, well, we want you to make more of this. We want you to write more of this story. We want you to tell this thing over and over and over again. We want to get more of this out into the world. And so what starts as a really strong first book, first season, first video, gets like mulled down into something kind of like muddy. Because you're not allowed to spend the time... Ow. Working on those stories and those worlds in the same way that you did for the first time around. Because I think of a lot of authors that, like, I read their debut novel that they put out there. And it's very much a labor of love kind of piece of media. And it's very obvious that they did not expect it to get big. They did not do it for anything other than to tell the story that they wanted to tell. And then you get stuck with 3 more books or an entire couple of seasons of something that is just kind of like... mid? Hi, Bama. And it's all because some exec said make this again, and the person had to quickly try to like run and make more of it. I don't know what's going on over here. Maybe I should go back up here. Did this side have anything obvious about what this was? No. I hope you're having a good time, Zone Bama. Do I want this? Okay, sure. I'll take a nice sword. Got a new job and it's going really good? Hell yeah. We love to see that for people. Planning on moving in with girlfriend of 1 year, a few months soon. That's exciting. Nice. I hope you have fun. Do your best. Communicate well. Okay, this way. Ugh. There we go. Many presents. Basically, I already live in our apartment. I just need to like bring my computer and stuff over. That's how you know you've truly moved in. As soon as you have your computer there, then you live there. Okay, so we have to go to this one. So we have to go this path. So we're gonna get stone. I would have preferred to get meat, but we need to go get Jayon. Can you stop getting near me? Ow. Home is where the computer is. Actually, home might be where the internet connection is. Whether it's over cable or over Wi-Fi. Hi, Grumpy Gills. You're coming home with me. Anyways, I've been thinking about how everybody's disappointed with the ending of Stranger Things. And I think it comes down to this interesting world-building aspect where the Duffer Brothers didn't really expect to do this world building for as long as they did. And they built out enough of the world. They built out enough of the world for the original story they wanted to tell, and then didn't know what to do with the rest of it. And so it kind of all crumbles. Is that something I can ask about, or do people not want spoilers? So I was gonna watch the last season, and then I decided that I don't care. Because I was looking at it, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I just don't think I can bring myself enough to, like, care about this world and what they were trying to convey to actually care enough to consume the entirety of the piece of media at this point. And so then I consumed a lot of video essays about the ending of the show, and like, it is so fascinating the way that the world showed displeasure with the ending. By hunting for a conspiracy theory that there was a secret other ending that they were going to get. And we've seen this phenomenon before. Like, this isn't a new phenomenon. We saw the same thing with Sherlock. Because there was some endgame stuff that people were absolutely convinced was going to actually happen for Sherlock that never did. And so you had all these, like, weird conspiracy theories that people were running through back in ye old Sherlock days that then reared their head again for the end of Stranger Things because people were so dissatisfied with the ending of Stranger Things. Sherlock's ending being disappointing has not as much to do with world building, kind of a little bit to do with world building, but, like, it was less about world building in the way that, like, Stranger Things obviously had way more world building going on. Because there's a lot of, like, sci-fi fantasy stuff that they have to contend with. I don't know what happened with the bomb, but it's not here anymore. Mindy was telling me about that. I've been watching it for the first time as he rewatches it, and he was telling me not to get my hopes up about to start last season. You know, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't remember a goddamn thing about the last season of Sherlock. I remember a couple of episodes really well. And I remember a couple of characters really well. But I don't remember anything about the actual last season anymore. No, I don't need that. We can get a surprise. Nope, I'm trying to like rack my brain for a whole bunch of stuff. I remember the fake death. I remember some of that explanation. I remember some of the Moriarty stuff. But like not enough of the Moriarty stuff to like make it really make all that much sense. I remember Moriarty really well. Because Moriarty was one of the characters that like everybody was fascinated with. Like if you were on Tumblr in that era, everybody was talking about Moriarty. There's also just a lot of queer baiting. Sherlock is, well, maybe, was that just the community? No, I don't know anymore. Somebody was queer baiting, maybe. All I remember was the yaoi, unfortunately. I remember a lot of the fan-created yaoi. Rock. Oh, it's day 69! Hell yeah! Give it up for day 69. All the characters but Sherlock and John think Sherlock and John are in a relationship and make regular jokes about it. I don't know if I count that as queer baiting so much as... not letting two men live in peace. Dave's dead. I'll take this one. Well, gun time. Sherlock really was a weird era. Like, the more I think about the era in which Sherlock came out, and the everything else that was happening in the world, it's a weird era. Not a bad one, just a weird one. Man, I wonder what pieces of media we will look at in a decade and go, wow, those were written in this era? How novel. Unrelated, going back to the topic of Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit, I love shipping Sampro and Bag and Shield as much as the next person, but modern context aside, I love the platonic, gentle friendship dynamics more than the gay ones. The secret is that they can still be queer relationships and be platonic. It is never exclusive. Interestingly, Steam doesn't think you're playing Cult of the Lamb right now. Aether is, though. No, I don't have on my activity. Zir. I don't turn on my Steam activity very often. Ow. Ow. I don't need the rats to see me open a game 17 different times because I couldn't make up my mind about what I wanted to do. Which is usually what it winds up being about more than anything else. I did it. You say like I don't do that. I don't judge, I live here. See, the trade-off is that the rats can see what music I'm listening to at any given moment, and I let them see into the world of me listening to the same song on loop for 7 hours. But I don't let them see me opening and closing a game 5 times in a row because I couldn't decide if I actually wanted to play it or not. Okay, back to the cult where somebody has died. I love romantic Sampro, but Rosie is so important to me, she needs to be there. No, that's valid too. I take a throuple, but I need her there. shoulder pop and it feels nice. My shoulder that has wanted to pop all day suddenly feels better. Hi Dave, you're dead. Come with me, Dave. I put you in the crypt. One of you snores. It's you. Oh, hello. Wow, you did it? Truly, you are without flaw. I am grateful, great leader. You're welcome. Why are you crying? Go back to bed. Never mind, I guess you're just awake now. Okay. We've not done anything here. Dave, I swear to God, if you die, I'll cry. And now I can have a nursery! To me, his relationship to Rosie represents how Sam was able to integrate back into everyday life after the war, while Frodo was not. It was impossible for him. That eventually became Frodo's end, and that differentiation is important to me. Yeah! Absolutely, I agree with that. I need more logs. I need another refinery station. And then I need to make another farm. Why is the crab afraid of me? I love how Sam eventually joined Frodo in the Undying Land. It heals me. You ever think about how Gimli went there? I think about it often. Or not Gim- no, it wasn't Gim- yes it was. No. Yes. Yeah, Legolas smuggling his dwarf into the Undying Lands. Yes. He said, no, 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 you're coming with me. Wait, can I feed you via ritual? I can feed you via ritual. Okay, everybody come in here. Thank you, everybody. And now I feed you. Legolas and Gimli got married. I scream as they drag me into the padded room. I mean, there's no proof it didn't happen.
Cheese.
Cheese. Hi, Blossom. Hello, friend. Hi, Dave. Welcome, Dave. Do I have any new forms that are really neat and fun? Nope, I just keep looking at the crab. Spider. I have made Vriska. Is there a better color for Vriska? That's a better Vriska. I've made Vriska. I've made Dave Vriska, who is very sinful. Nope, is less sinful. This is not a good Vriska. I'm still weird in that I'll take the undying friendship before the romantic relationship, but both are good. I think the difference between Gimli and Legolas getting married and Gimli and Legolas being friends isn't really all that much. Dave. What animal do you guys want? I just need eternal love to exist in multiple forms and have just as much weight and meaning. Oh, it absolutely does. Love is love. Yes, in all forms. Moose? I don't know if I have a moose. Do I have a moose? I have a bison. Do I have I do have moose. 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 I don't like that their mouth is so high up and their nose is so far down. I just don't like it. Where's the thing for farm building? We'll have a little bit of overlap right here. I don't think it's weird to prefer one version of love over the other, no. Rats, do you want some dino nuggies and ranch? Yes. Clover, why don't you want dino nuggies? Can I have the former without the latter? Ah, it's the ranch. Okay, so dino nuggies and what sauce instead? Ketchup? Ooh, I could span the land down here. No, no, they're fighting! Please. Why do they always like this? Hello, would you like to expand this area? Big fan of plum? I haven't thought about having like a plum sauce or something sweeter with chicken nuggets. Rejoice, the sound of our hammers is the echo of our faith. I feel renewed. Okay. And then you expand over there. That's more space for people to grab stuff down here, which I will take. Wow. There's so many decorations I could get. Everything's good down here. Everything's good up here. I'm not giving you anything right now. Plimbo! Plimbo! Limbo. I don't dislike ranch, I just don't like the idea of ranch on things like chicken nuggets or pierogies, Icy. Disclaimer, Icy didn't actually put ranch on pierogies. Okay, but did you want to? I'll take that. Here, this is for you. An eye for an eye indeed. Ranch is such a normal sauce for chicken nuggets? I think it's a normal sauce, but I can understand people not liking it. Clover, I don't know how to tell you this, but I know a lot of people that would pick ranch for chicken nuggets. It's like ketchup, ranch, hot mustard, honey mustard. I'm surrounded by Americans? What are you talking about? Icy's clearly Canadian. Barbecue? Yeah, barbecue sauce on there. I do, even though I don't think it'd be good because I would it would cause Clover distress, but also I love Clover dearly and said I wouldn't. You've slain all 4 of the witnesses. Plimbo's a creature of ye word, and savvy with the business, I'll follow ye. All Plimbo asks in return is you keep me waterways safe and me trade secure. I'll even sell you some of my wares, no discounts, but don't get too big for ye tiny britches, lamb. Thank you, Plimbo. Okay, I have to go bury a Dave really quickly. Comedian. Oh, there's dead Dave. Hi, Dave. Stop arguing, everybody. Number do be going up. Oh, Dave. Ooh, did find meat. Go to bed. Ankshu mimami. Okay, so the real question is, do I want to feed Narinder before I do Woolhaven? Or do I care right now? Butter was right there. Also was convinced not to put ranch on baked potato the other day by Clover, and I still think it would have been really good. It would have been really good. Wait, now I'm gonna put ranch on a baked potato. I'm gonna put ranch on a baked potato. I don't think it matters technically, but story-wise it's past beating the bishops a second time and recruiting them. Oh, so I should go defeat Narinder. Where's Am? I need Am. Hold on, I want... Oh, they're all old. Explosion damage. I'll do Weber and... But if you do it, please let me know how it tastes. Yes. You should do it. Or Panada, or Silky, or Bands. I'm also not American Clover. You have me. We're so normal. I don't have enough people! I don't have enough people. I can't buy them. Let's go to the area with pumpkins. Curious Clover, do you eat pierogies with the sauce? Yes. Clover was talking about the sauce earlier, and I only remember some of the ingredients. Oh, I do not want a bonkus. Oh, I do not like bonkus. That'd be fine. Nope, none of you. Stop running into that. Bonkus. Ooh. Whoop. Oh. Ow. Okay. Depends on what kind cheddar potato. I boil them and fry them with butter and bread and onion and put pepper on them. If it's Veronica, cottage cheese filled, then I do schmont fat, which is 33% cream, butter, salt, and pepper stirred and simmered until good sauce consistency. Pesto is not a crime, but I wouldn't have thought of that. No, I can understand that, but I also feel like I have a couple of friends that are very specifically chaotic with their food. And so I end up hearing about a lot of interesting food takes that I would never consider on my own because of this friend group that somebody has just eaten pesto right out of the jar. Ooh. And the pesto out of the jar thing isn't a new development. This has happened more than once. And I could not explain to you why. I love pesto, but not that much. Listen, sometimes you just gotta eat something. And then they tell me about the intricacies of all of the shenanigans happening with Love is Blind, and then I just sit there and I nod and I go, thank you for sharing. What just happened? And they don't know how to answer me because it's a time. I want not a bongus. Can I have not a bongus? Oh. Can I have something that's not a bonkus? I see you tried fried pierogies with buttered bread and onions at my house. Tell me, was that better than what you think ranch would be? I don't know, it seems like it'd be pretty tasty. Let's go this way. Oh. Ow! Okay. Range has so many other things in it? Not that many things. Not that much that I would not like it on something that is mainly cheese and potato. I still think pierogies might be an answer to my craving for tacos, waffles. There was something else that I was craving. I think it's just potatoes. I think I just want potatoes. Gold, please. People leave. Time to go see how much it snowed. Also, I'm grabbing a snack. Tell us how much it has snowed. I want snow so badly. I keep driving to work and then taking walks at work, and there's snow on the ground, but not really snow on the ground. What happens if I go in here? No, I don't want to know. I want to run. Oh. Ow. Okay. I got like a foot and a half. I want snow. How do I convince the universe to give me snow? I just want snow. Mayo, sour cream, herbs, garlic, and onion powder, salt, and pepper. I mean, that is technically a lot, but also it's not... It's not as much as some other sauces that are out there. Ow. Imagine not having snow. I don't have to imagine. I live in a place where it rains all year, and the trade-off for having that lovely rainy weather is that I often don't get the snow that I want. I just want the snow. Mushroom. See, my problem with the ranch on pierogies is the weird kind of sweetness it has. Unless it's a fruit berry filled pierogi, which sweet on it feels wrong. How sweet is your ranch? Because I also wouldn't put ranch on a fruit filled pierogi. I forget what happens if I go through this. Oh, I skip. I understand now. I just fight Hecate again. Ow. Ow. Whoop. Ow. I did it. Ad start in 2 minutes. Wonderful. I mean, I got some stuff. Volga. I think I just want snacks. I think I need more goldfish. Dave is no longer a demon. I'm so happy for Dave. Where's the other dead body? There's another dead body somewhere. Unless I'm insane. No, there's definitely a dead body somewhere. Where did Dave die? Did Dave not die? Was I always at 18? I don't know. I got beef jerky? Hell yeah. How much snow is there? Dave. Also, someone say when. That's a cute one! That's a cute Dave. That's a good Dave. I like this Dave. You can help with the farms. Okay, they need food. Whoops, I made a burnt one. Classes have not been moved online for tomorrow, Sag. I mean, I'm not surprised. They don't always want to move them online at the first snow. Imagine having a snow day. That's a wild concept. I loved snow days. You know what I stand by? And this is... It comes from a place of privilege of working an office job, but I stand by this. You have to invent snow days for yourself. When possible, even schedule them. Snow days. Give yourself permission to not go in one day every couple months. I don't have enough for that. Wait, I'm in California. What's snow? I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Rats less than 3 want snow day, Sag.
Have good time zone, Aether. And also have good time zone, Bun. Can you guys go to bed, please? For the love of God, just go to bed. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're absolutely fine, buddy. You're fine. Ads are happening. I'm so sorry to the people that are in ads. I'm here. I am just trying to get this man to stop running away from me. Do not murder him. Why are you so scared of me? What did I do? Why are all my people so scared of me? I need to upgrade my farm. And then this one. We need just more wood for that one, but we can start with this. We'll put it right here. I thought the rabbit had horns for a second, like moose antlers. That was wild. What do you want? Dave looks perfect today. I want to remember it forever. Can you take some kind of everlasting picture? Sure. How do I take a picture? In photo mode? Photo mode. Can I? Oh. Oh. Picture. I have done it, Dave. Not you. Other Dave. Amazing, leader. We should treasure this picture always. Do you ever wonder what happens inside of the Dave's heads? It costs 1 sin. Oh god. Wait, what are the... 15% easier to level up. Golden poops. Ignores dissenters. 15% easier to level up. What are you saying TV static for? Oh, I need to dress this Dave up. No, you can stay. Hold on. What goes on in their heads? Is that what's going on in their heads? Dave and Dave are friends. I don't want to decrease sin generation. You know what? These Daves can do it. Oh. Okay, so they got the materialistic and affectionate. I want that one, and I want gullible. I don't really care about the golden poops. Egg. Okay, now the two of you can go to bed. Dave, go to bed. I'll put that there for the moment. They're working on processing some wooden planks, so hopefully we should have enough to make the stuff for hatching them. Let's go do a sermon. Yeah, because that's not going to be enough to... Oh, never mind. Dave's died. How sad, everybody. Dave died. Into the crypt with him. I know I interrupted your conversation. I literally don't care, though. Sermon. God damn it, the Daves are dying off faster than I can collect them. Oh, I've already preached today. Let's go ahead and do one for sin. Do you reap their fidelity or shame? Ooh, Fullers hatched in the cult will be born with some sin. Fullers hatched in the cult will be born with a high loyalty level. Oh, loyalty or sin? I guess if I have enough of them, getting sin is not that hard. Let's get high loyalty for those that are born in the cult. Are there any rituals I want to do? Let's do this one. Because I do want more sin in general. Let's go ahead and have this Dave take it on. And surely they will not be possessed by this. One sin. I've stolen one sin. Now I'm back up at 2 sin. Okay. Yomp. Let's get the hatchery. Okay, so what else do I need for the hatchery? It's just a whole bunch of wood. God damn. Can I convince all of you to process that faster? Maybe. Hello. Dear Slam, together we have shaped ruin into rebirth. Bring me gold bars and we will forge something great one final time. Okay, but what if I instead would like to brew some wine? You know, like a normal person. Hold on, there's a Dave that needs an outfit. I really want to put one Dave in a maid dress, but I don't want to spend sin on that right now. Here, we'll make them a lovely evening frock. And now we will customize it and make it green. And then we will assign it. It's you. You want a lovely, unique outfit. Okay. Everybody's going to bed. No, I don't want to add more things to the processing table. Okay. Let's go ahead and go visit all of the places to go collect devotion from the other group. So we have the dock, we have the other cult with Ratau, and then we have Plumbo. It won't get us a lot, but it'll get us something. And that's really all I want. And then we need to go get a couple more... We need a couple more followers. No darkness in there anymore. Do I just need to go do another, like, run so that I can go get some creatures? I can't think of what else to do. I can't kill that spider. Did it. How many teaspoons is a person? At least 4. Oh, all these have collapsed. I could send somebody on a mission as well. Go get more meat. Okay, let's add some more seeds to this. That's all fold. Add 12 teaspoons of Dave. No, I already fed all of them follower meat. Let's do Anchor Deep. We'll do a quick run through Anchor Deep just to see if we can find any more creatures. Extra heart, curse attack damage, relics charge faster, attack rate increased. I'll take that. 12 more teaspoons of Dave. Okay. I'm gonna treat this like a 2 shots of vodka moment though, I will say. Add 2 shots of vodka. Two shots of Dave. Ooh, I like gold nuggets. Whoop. You know, sometimes the old internet was okay. And I think everybody collectively making fun of that one clip of 2 shots of vodka, that was a good moment. Man, I miss old memes. Everybody was joking about at the beginning of this year the great meme reset back to 2016, but it's been less than a month and we've already abandoned it. It didn't stick around for more than like a month. And there's a valid reason why. The point is that we're not in the same moment that we were in 2016. There's no way that a meme reset back to 2016 would have actually, like, truly had a huge amount of staying power. But, like, our memes are bad. The 2026 memes just aren't it. Oh. Dave's died. I need to collect more Daves. Maybe I should not be wasting all of my time on just like doing all of the areas and I should instead just be speed running to get more Daves. Let's go this way. I want to look at clothing. Oh, I don't have enough for the robe design. Stupid. Oh well. I do wonder how a lot of the people that were talking about the analog switch that they wanted to do are doing right now. Because there were a lot of them. And I don't believe that all of them have stuck to their analog switch. I wonder what they learned. I miss the old internet. Yes, and it's one of those things of like analog switch. A lot of people were talking about making a switch to being more offline and using the computers less and being online just less. And so lots of people were making like analog bags, and there were a lot more people than normal at the beginning of the year talking about like planner systems and journaling and things like that. And you know what? It's been awfully quiet. And I'm not saying they've all given up, but they've been awfully quiet about it. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need them to be more offline so that they will enjoy lives more. I do think more people should read Digital Minimalism. I don't think you need to read all of it. I think there's some conversations that are... I think there are some conversations in Digital Minimalism that are hard for someone like Cal Newport to have because he does not think of himself as a resident of the internet at all. And also, even though the book was written like less than a decade ago, so many things have changed in that meantime. So many things have changed in that meantime. I thought you meant like a light switch? No. I want to set up parental controls on my internet, but housemates will be upset at me. Excuse you? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Hello, I'm adopting you. I mean, your housemates are adults, I'm assuming. So I feel like it is kind of rude to put parental controls on the internet for other grown adults. Maybe if you had had a conversation with them and they also agreed to like the switch to it, maybe? Like I could see a group of friends and I living in a house and agreeing to put on certain controls on the internet so that we don't doom scroll all day and night. But it's not something I would do without warning. No, I like the gun right now. I mostly just want it to be off or at least slow for me at night, but the router software is dumb. You can also just hide your phone from yourself or your computer. Well, you could hide your computer from yourself? I guess technically that's a thing you could do. Yeah, I don't want the blunderbuss anymore. I want a knife. I can definitely understand people in relationships agreeing to, like, especially if one of them has an internet problem, being like, we're turning off it. You don't get the internet after this hour of the night. Stop it. But again, that's a conversation to be had. Whee! Bones. Wait, hold on, I missed this. Well, and there's the whole thing to be said about all the videos and content made about, like, I was off the internet or my phone for whatever for a day or a week. Yeah, but you filmed it. Yeah, but you picked up your phone and recorded being not on your phone with the intent to put it on the internet. The only person that I can, like, 1000% give them their flowers for this, Eddie Burback. Eddie Burback committed so hard to that lifestyle for that period that he did that challenge. And I'm surprised that nobody's brought up that video again at the advent of this year as everybody's going like, I want to be offline more. Why has nobody started talking about that one again? I'm tempted to just set up a second router that only my stuff connects to. I mean, you could do that. Ow. No. I'm gonna die. Whoop. Come on. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is a bit stupid, but I've seen a handful that actually felt genuine and used the video as a way to keep themselves accountable. Good night, Minty. Really only trust the videos that do it for more than a week or two. Less than that is not enough time to commit. No. I think like 2 to 4 weeks is the only time that I genuinely trust somebody to have actually tried something. But also, time... I understand where you're coming from as well. And there are definitely a couple of people that I've seen make videos and I'm like, you did not commit to this. You did not commit to the spirit of this. Of disconnecting more from things. But there are some people, and I feel like Eddie is one of them, that really spent more time talking to themselves about what was going on and like going through their feelings and talking about it. And instead of journaling, the way that they decided to process some of those emotions and some of those thoughts and some of those feelings is through something like a video. Wheezy Waiter, who is an old school old school YouTuber has done a couple of challenges like this over the years, and he's been making some like rather big life changes in general over the years, and so he's documented and gone through some of those things in his life and talked about them, and like basically instead of just he's doing the thing where he goes out and lives his life and then debriefs about it and only talks, like goes through like maybe a couple clips of it, but isn't necessarily like recording it for the sake of recording it. Recording it is also in addition to the processing of the feelings about it and discussing it and wanting to dig into those thoughts. Also, Eddie Burback has said in recent interviews that he's still mostly staying away from phones, or at least using them differently. I don't 100% remember. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing of like digital minimalism again. Of like the whole thing that he promotes in digital minimalism is taking that week, not vacation, and not a week, a month-long like step away from everything that is optional on your phone, on your computer, disconnecting from a lot of that, and then figuring out with intentionality what is helping and what isn't helping. And it sounds like Eddie Burback has basically done digital minimalism. He went so far away from the internet that he circled back to living a more productive life and talking about it and dissecting how he's using his technology in his life in a way that helps him make things. Because you talk about digital minimalism in Eddie Burback, and then that motherfucker turned around and embedded himself deeply into ChatGPT for his video. So it's not like he's staying away from technology as a whole. Okay, they want an enrichment ritual. Wait, you can have another one. Oh yeah, I'm just saying the bulk of the content I've been presented has been so ungenuine and more that just, people just want content about- Dave died. About being online. How can I take advantage of that? And again, I've gotten a lot of that vein of content from Instagram in short form content. See, I've tried to... So I have locked myself into, as part of my own process of getting some internet out of my life, I only look at YouTube shorts for a maximum of 30 minutes a day. Like, I'm trying very hard to not... Oh, the egg died. That's fine. I'm trying very hard to disconnect away from that part of the internet just because, like... It's a lot. And that is often the worst part of the internet as a whole. For me, at least, I should say. Hold on, we'll do a sermon. Only caveats are if the creator primarily makes long-form content in some capacity, their shorts tend to be better, not always though. I think shorts are good for some comedic entertainment, and I think shorts can sometimes be a good way for a new creator to showcase a little bit about themselves. I've watched a lot more of his stuff recently, but there's a writer, book owner, or bookstore owner named Ryan Holiday. And he... I found him through shorts first, and then have proceeded to find more interest in listening to his long-form stuff since. So there's some give and take, but I feel like there's also just a lot of, like... There's just a lot of gunk all over the internet. Long form, short form, medium form. There's just a lot of gunk. sacral architecture trait. All cult members will gain sacral architecture when a new building is constructed. Gain +5 faith. All cult members will gain devotee trait. Gain more faith when delivering a sermon. Let's do that one. Forcing YouTube shorts to use the main player instead of infinite scroll has helped my brain so much. Well, there's an interesting thing that's happening. I think it's in Vietnam. I think they're going after the infinite scroll of TikTok. Because if you did not know this, the biggest problem and the thing that is usually probably causing you the most problems with your internet usage is the infinite scroll. I want new Dave. I want Dave back. I need bones so I can have more Daves. Oh, hello. I did it. If countries can successfully go after, like, TikTok and some other places and get them to stop having infinite scroll, I think we could make some very meaningful changes to the way that we use the internet as a whole. We just got to get them to do the thing, though. Dave. Dave. Okay. I'm gonna go buy a Dave. Yeah, I want this Dave. Thank you for the Dave. Hello, Dave. Forcing YouTube shorts. No, you already read that. Oh yeah, I think there's another country that's doing it too. I don't remember though. I wish we were doing that shit with that rather than the stupid fucking ID verification. We will never get the everything to make sense. Anyways, somebody tell me when. It's always gonna be a problem. Dog. We'll have you work on... YouTube wanted me to verify my age to watch Game Grumps today. Well, as we all know, Game Grumps is awfully mature content. No. Somebody tell me when again. Bird. Who? Where? Okay, we're back up to 17, which is better. But still not where I want to be. I could get a morgue. I could also get a drum circle. Let's do a confession booth. I don't have the stuff for a confession booth. That's fine though. We do need to get more wooden planks for that. I'm also gonna turn on this so that they can go get drunk. We're not gonna do that right now. Okay, let's do... God damn it, they're getting so old. Okay, let's go do a quick run of... first area. YouTube age verification has pushed me more towards Patreon, to be honest. Grumps and Sword Art Online Abridged Team are the two specifics that come to mind. What? Ooh. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. I think the governments are making a choice for us. I think everybody is about to embrace digital minimalism whether or not they want to. Unironically. I think a lot of people are about to just spend a lot more time not being online because they don't want to deal with everything that's going on. Several episodes have been put behind the sign-in to verify your age screen. For Sword Art Online Abridged? But also, why are you watching Sword Art Online Abridged? Because it's fucking dumb? That's just the anime itself! So many better versions of that format exist. I love already rarely touching YouTube except to watch a few animatics every 4 to 5 months when I get into a new fandom. Well, how will I watch Jem talk to Grian and Etho and Tango about Aphantasia? Which is very fascinating, by the way. I would highly recommend going and watching that stream clip. Jem put it on her second channel. I linked it in the other content channel. But I think I had known before that Grian had some sort of, like, aphantasia. I didn't realize how much he had aphantasia. Why would you try to get me to watch YouTube more? Just very specifically that clip. Hi, Dave. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Listen, okay. So, I know I've talked about aphantasia for myself. But, like, I want you to realize that why I'm so fascinated by those people talking about it is that I look up to Jem and Grian, and Ethos scares me, but in a positive way, so very much. And to learn that both Etho and Grian have aphantasia, it's so fascinating to me. Because it makes me think about the fact that, like, I always feel like I have such a disadvantage. And I know some of you will be out here being like, yeah, but you made all those projects in the hardcore world. That doesn't matter right now. I just need you to know that sometimes I truly do struggle with trying to figure out how to make something look like the vague impression and the way that I process it in my head into an actual physical thing. And I struggle with it so much sometimes that it feels really hard to do some creative things. And then to be told that, oh yeah, Grian, Mr. I don't ever finish the back of a build ever, but builds beautiful stuff all the time, Grian, is out here just going, yeah, my brain's like if a monitor was just off on a computer. It does not make the immediate, moment easier to process through or easier to deal with, but it does make me feel slightly comforted in knowing that I am not alone with that one. Because people go like, how do you think of your builds? And I go, I don't think. I think no thoughts. And then suddenly I have built something. He's so angry. I killed him. And now I have a monster shrine! I struggle with feeling like I can only ever replicate something whether I've or someone else has done. Because I can only somewhat visualize things I've seen before. Yeah, it's weird. No, and Green doesn't have aphantasia for the back of them. I just think Green has other things going on in his head. There's too many things to do. But also, like, look at his current base and how pretty that looks, and ah. Ow. I don't want to go there yet. Whee! The only thing I do hate about being more offline is not being able to relate as much to online peers. You know what the good thing is? You don't need to. So I've had this experience over the last couple of years just because from what I used to do at Twitch meant that I was online a lot in ways that didn't always do anything good for me. And were oftentimes actively horrible for me. When I started my new job, actually no, even before I started my new job, when I wasn't working at Twitch just in general, there was not an infinite amount of brain cell, but a lot more of my brain cell that I was able to do other things with. Do I miss the jokes sometimes? Yes. But you know what I've also discovered? I don't care. I still don't understand what's happening with 6-7. Ooh, Sin. You don't care, not even about 6-7? No. I don't understand what's going on with 6-7. I doubt I will ever understand what's happening with 6-7. I'm just going to accept that it's there. It is a funny number joke that somebody made, and now I live here. Okay, so we at least got one more person. Can I have more people so that I can, like... I'm gonna be real, I use Know Your Meme frequently to keep somewhat in touch. I don't even think you need to do that. I think it is okay to be out of the loop sometimes on things like that. Because there's so much internet culture that's happening. Frog. Sad frog. If there is a meme or internet thing that I need to experience and it's because a friend of mine has like started talking about something hyper specific, I will ask them for the link to it. I've just started asking them to like share the stuff with me. If I need to know it, they will tell me. Okay. And as long as I can get enough of an overview to understand what's going on, I'm genuinely okay. I don't need to know everything. You look like a football. Okay, well that's 2. But also, like, okay, so we're talking about how we liked the old internet. When I think about the way that I'm interfacing with the current internet, I realize that I am acting a lot more like younger me. Because you know what I used to have to do, like, every day at least twice? I'd have to go open up, like, Urban Dictionary or something to understand what the hell somebody was talking about. Because somebody would just mention something, and if you're not on the right part of the internet or you weren't online enough, you would just not see it. And I don't think it's a crime to be out of the loop of some loops. It gives you something new to talk to somebody about, or to bond over, or to, like, further discuss. You just go to your friend and be like, yeah, okay, so this is the meme that I was talking about. Oh, hello. Where you brought me into my cult, my sister and I were separated traveling through Anchor Deep. Please, can you go find them? Sure. Not right now, though. Bonding over 6-7. No, okay, so you say that, and I've talked about this before, but, like, one of my coworkers legitimately said that at some point, sorry, in, like, her playing pickleball, she did bond more with the older group of ladies that she played pickleball with because they were trying to figure out what was going on with the memes. They didn't understand what was happening with the memes. And so they were asking her because she was a little bit younger, and she was like, okay, so this is what I think it is, and this is all I've discovered. Oh, it's a golden egg. I want them to be fashionable, and I want them to be gullible, and I want them, I guess, to be lustful and ignore dissenters. Are you guys tired now? Are you? Yes, you're tired now. Okay, go to bed. Go to bed. Egg. Pen to egg. I have tended to the egg. The egg is tender. Okay. Not pickleball, but trying to figure out what the fucking joke is. And I mean, it's a thing that you should do together with friends, is try to figure out what the hell is happening. And I do this by, I have some friends who know that Love is Blind is trash, but just enjoy going through Love is Blind sometimes. And then I sit there and I listen to them talk about Love is Blind for like 2 hours because I don't understand what's happening, but I want to know what the hell they're talking about. And it's a good bonding time. My wife loves trash TV. Trash TV has its place, and I can't get into Love is Blind because I feel too much secondhand embarrassment, especially after seeing some of the stuff from the current season. I could not watch them because I will be very upset with them. Did they all just say hi to the egg? Okay. I guess that works. Oop. Okay, let's go do sermon. Anyways, be offline more, talk to people, Don't commit crimes that you can get caught for. Enjoy trash things because sometimes you just need to enjoy a little bit of trash. Live good lives. Take care of the people around you. Ooh. Relics. Eat sand. Yell into the void. Don't eat sand. You can yell into the void. Steal dogs. Don't do that. Can I bring back a day from the dead? I want Weird Poetry Dave back. Wonderful. And now I have 20 people. Hold on, I have to do something really fast before we end stream because if I don't do it now... Wait, is Dave cursed? I saw the Dave with a sad face and now I'm worried. Is he cursed? No, he's fine. Okay. He's fine. Actually, no, we can just... Okay, hold on, wait. We can wait. We can wait. I have 20 of them. As long as none of them die in like the next 2 minutes, we don't have to worry about it. We could just not worry about it. We can pretend that the Daves are fine. The Daves are fine. They're about to have a fight, but they're fine. Okay. The Daves are doing good. We're proud of them. They're doing fantastic. We'll probably play more Cult of the Lamb this weekend because I have a problem and because I think right now if I try to open up the hardcore world on stream, I will have a mental breakdown and I could not explain to you how that will go. So we're just not going to do it right now. We're going to let myself process looking at the hardcore world and being able to see all of it at once. It is interesting how memes have started becoming more fragmented instead of an entire internet thing. Well, I mean, they've always been kind of fragmented a little bit. It's just that they're... We've become so online as a society that now it is a lot harder to exist in places to see every single meme. Because even though the way that the internet was before was still pretty interest specific, there were enough people wandering around a couple of similar places that you would get a kind of flow of memes moving around regardless of interest. But right now, the internet that we have is made of all of these algorithms. So the algorithms are pinholing people into these little tiny crevices of the internet. And there's a couple of people that can kind of transcend that and spread some memes around enough that they kind of like get new life amongst different interest groups, but it's not the same. Like, I go online and if I open up YouTube, I will get several channels that are about notebooks. I will get a couple of channels that are about long play Minecraft because I still play that a lot in the background of me doing things. I will get a couple of booktuber people. You know what I won't see? All of the gaming channels that I follow, except for Markiplier. We don't know what's happening there. Markiplier is the exception to the rule, apparently, in my algorithm. Markiplier transcends all. I could not explain that one to you. He just still pops up in all of my recommended, regardless of what I'm doing on YouTube. The internet's like, no, you get Markiplier. And I go, yes, I would like Markiplier. So I get that. But you get all these like weird pinhole, pigeonhole spots in the internet. And you don't get the cross communication that you used to. Algorithms have fundamentally made our internet more disparate than it has ever been. Unironically. The YouTube algorithm, the YouTube search function, I don't use TikTok, but the TikTok algorithm does this a lot to people. I think Reels does this to people as well. Like, they all find you a corner of the internet and then say you never leave it. Now, granted, I transcend this by I just don't remember what I was looking for, and so I just go look up somebody's channel to go see what they posted recently. And I do open up my YouTube subscription feed on a pretty regular basis to go see what the gaming channels I follow have been playing. Because sometimes they're playing games that I don't want to watch, and that's valid too. But like, I can... So there's a couple of computers at work that are logged into a non-person YouTube account. Sorry, we're getting at one more ramble before I leave. These accounts are used to place things on screens around the office, but the accounts are used communally by the office. And I have single-handedly destroyed the algorithms of at least one account. Because I just kept searching the same thing to pull up the same video because it kept making me laugh and I wanted other people to look at it. But it takes like one person in like 2 days to completely upend an account that has been fed into by a number of different people searching and playing different things. Like, that's how fast you can crash your YouTube algorithm right now. One person, 2 days. I remember when the YouTube algorithm started doing more things. You want to know how long it took to crash the YouTube algorithm now? Or then? A month. I would have to regularly watch something that was abnormal to my current algorithm for like a month before it would start to deviate and stop pushing things that I had been watching before. And then before that, it was just a subscription feed and like a recommended list that came from actual people. Like, it was a vastly different place. The current algorithm is made to suck you in and destroy your brain. So I'm not going to become like somebody that says like all technology bad, we should get rid of technology. I think technology has its place. I just need every single platform to go fuck itself and to undo all of their algorithms and just let me exist. And they won't do it. And I instead will just go only use a page or bookmark specific pages so that I go to those first and then open up Flight Rising, because Flight Rising can't hurt me. All it can make me do is look at dragons. And there's no infinite scroll on Flight Rising. It's just me trying to find more familiars. And that's all I want from it. So anyways, this has been my long-winded spiel about thinking about the internet and thinking about how small we are in the world and how even though we have limited time on this earth and some of the things that we do don't realistically matter, so much of your life matters, and that you should love your life and live your life to the best that you can. Technology has a place in it. Content has a place in it. Everything has a place in it. But for goodness sake, please remember that everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. So, I appreciate you guys. I will see you on Sunday for probably more Cult of the Lamb. Drink water, eat food, get some sleep, take your meds. Maybe not in that order, but you know, just in an order kind of like that. Do your best to take care of yourself. Disconnect from the internet, even if it's just for like 15 minutes, take out your headphones, put your phone face down, or better yet, at the bottom of a bag, and just spend 15 minutes just staring at the clouds. Or listening to birds. Or eavesdropping on whatever that person in the cafe is saying. Don't take life too seriously. Be like the dude that I saw when I was commuting the other day, who saw a seagull on the side of the road, reached all the way into his back, did not continue creeping forward, and instead spent his time crushing up a couple of chips out of his bag and tossing it to the seagull. And that seagull was so excited about life. Be more like that guy. Enjoy the small moments. Cherish the big ones too. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Algorithmers.